Hey guys, I'm Artur, and we're here at Hack Reactor. And a lot of people want to learn how to code, and they go online, start taking online courses, and they end up spending 3, 6 months spinning wheels and building a lot of apps and projects. But ultimately, some of this stuff is definitely useful to prepare for the admissions challenge, but at the same time, you also spend a lot of time debugging and running into walls. And so today we are speaking with Jason, who did Hack Reactor structured study program, which is intended to bridge the gap between like a newbie who wants to learn how to code and someone who is ready to apply and get accepted into Hack Reactor. So here today we're with Jason. Jason, welcome.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to hear a little bit about what you were up to before you decided to enroll into Hack Reactor.
Right. So yeah, for me, like it was I spent about a year prior to Hack Reactor just like freelancing with front end web stuff.
Yeah.
But I had a really tough time learning like back end technology, servers, databases, and stuff like that. So I heard about Hack Reactor in passing, so I thought it'd be really good to kind of flesh out my knowledge. And I took the interview. And I bombed it. I kind of failed it. It was a lot harder than I was expecting, and I wasn't prepared for it. But I guess I was kind of like maybe like a borderline case there. So they offered me to join the SSP and try it out.
So you applied. You got. You didn't pass the assessment the first time, and they gave you a second chance to try out this new SSP program.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you've done some web development before you applied.
Yeah.
What was your background in college, or like what did you do before you got into the whole web space?
Oh yeah, so like right out of high school, I was enlisted in the military, so I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
And afterwards I finished college. I went to Columbia. I got studied neuroscience there. I was on a PhD track. I thought I wanted to do research. After spending some time in the lab, I realized like, hey, I hate the lab, so it was time to find something else. I discovered coding, like HTML, CSS, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And
so you discovered coding and you wanted to advance.
Yeah.
And Hack Reactor sounded like a good approach, but unfortunately, the first time you applied, the technical challenge was kind of above what you expected. Tell us a little bit about the SSP program, what the structure is, and how that helped you prepare for the admissions challenge.
Right. So the technical assessment, the technical interview, basically like what it is I guess I can't give too many details about it, but they just have you work through some problems in the spot and things that like any like like mid-level like engineer should know easily. Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed that I would do well in this, but I just hadn't you worked those muscles in a while. SSP was after doing SSP, I went through so many problems. Like we started small and then you just kind of like built onto it. And by the end of it was like super easy to kind of like the technical like interview was just like kind of a breeze. I mean,
Totally.
it wasn't easy, but it was
So tell us what type of things you learned. So what language is it in?
It's all in JavaScript.
All JavaScript,
yeah.
and then kind of other modules like tests. Like what are some of the kind of components of the program, and how do you advance throughout the program?
Right. So it starts off with like fundamentals, and then it quickly moves to like things like higher order functions, and then like they end with like a couple of big projects, just like 4 of them, and it's like a culmination of all the things that you've been studying in the past like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, and it's like it goes over like everything pretty much.
Are you there completely on your own, or are there other students you're connected with and mentors? And
I thought that was probably the best part. It was like they established like an online community, so there's other classmates you can talk to and go to like the questions, opposed to like like the chat room at large.
Yeah.
And they also have like HIRs, which are like sort of I guess like student helpers that have graduated from the the program, and they're on standby to sort of help you out with like tickets and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then once you finished the program, what was the admission challenge like the second time around?
I mean, the second time around it was super easy. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it was super easy, but it was definitely doable. It was just the stuff that we had literally been working on for like the weeks prior to it. I mean, it felt like I was just being like trained specifically for that almost, but it wasn't really. I mean, it was just like they were just testing general JavaScript problem-solving capabilities, and that's what they train you in SSP. So
and so now you're in Hack Reactor, right? How many weeks are you in, and did you feel like what you were doing in the program was directly relevant to the actual Hack Reactor curriculum?
I don't think that. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm like making a plug here, but I don't think that I could actually have done the first few weeks, especially this past week that I just did, if I hadn't done SSP. I just didn't have the fundamentals. And the way Hack Reactor works is that they use JavaScript as a medium to teach you much more complicated concepts, right? So if you don't already have like a really solid foundation in JavaScript, it's gonna be really spicy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're actually, we actually pulled you out of class, right?
Yeah.
How many more hours do you have tonight to code and learn?
I mean, technically, I guess it ends at 8, but nobody actually leaves at 8. I mean, I'm typically here like till like 10 or 11 most days, and I'm not the last person to leave ever. So it's a lot of hours, a lot of hard work, and it's something that you really have to love doing. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Totally. Well, thanks for chatting with me.
Thanks for having me.
We'll keep in touch, and we'll follow up once you graduate and start your job search.
Great.
Sounds good, man. Thanks.
Thank you.